Hello everyone, so welcome to today's class where we'll be looking at removing brackets and collecting like terms. We started the first part of it, so we are in the continuation of it. Removing bracket and collecting like terms. What do we have? Example, the first one is 2a plus a, okay, plus bracket a plus 10. So 2a plus bracket a plus 10. Now, the major challenge in removing bracket is knowing what is to multiply the bracket. Knowing what is multiplying the bracket. Knowing what is multiplying the bracket. Now, let's see this. 2a plus bracket a plus 10. Now, we see this bracket, we see the bracket as just one thing. When looking at bracket, you see the bracket as just one thing. So what do we have here? Now, what we are having here is just like saying 2a plus something. 2a plus something. So what is multiplying this? 2a is not multiplying this. If it was multiplying, we will have 2a bracket. Please take note of this. 2a is not multiplying this bracket. If it were to multiply, we'll be having something like 2a bracket, then we have the bracket. We have what is inside the bracket. But we're having 2a plus. So what it means is that 2a plus a plus 10. So what this means is that this 2a is going to wait. Is going to wait. So 2a will wait for you to clear the bracket. When you clear the bracket, you now add it to the 2a. 2a is not multiplying the bracket. It means 2a plus. So the question now is, what is multiplying the bracket? Now look at this. What is to multiply this bracket is this plus. It's like saying plus 1. It's like saying plus 1. So plus 1 is what is multiplying the bracket and not 2a. So the 2a will just wait and then you multiply the bracket to meet with it. So 2a plus 1. So plus 1 will multiply the bracket and then you get what you are looking for. So let's see how to look at that. So this will be equal to, like I've said, 2a will just be there waiting, and then plus, this is like saying plus 1. Remember, 1 times anything is the same thing, so we can just use plus. Plus times a, that will give us plus a, and then plus times plus 10, that will give us plus 10. So that is what we are looking at. I say this again. 2a is not multiplying the bracket here. 2a is not multiplying the bracket here. 2a is just adding 2a plus any other thing that's multiplying the bracket and the bracket. So 2a plus, so 2a will just wait, you multiply the bracket and then join them together. So this will be equal to, now let's look for the like terms. You see 2a and a are here. 2a and a, 2a and a, they are like terms because they have the same variable, 2a and a. So what do we have? 2a plus, that a is the same thing as saying 1a. 2a plus 1a. A has a coefficient of 1. So 2a plus 1a, and they are already together. So in this case, we don't need to collect them because they are already together. And that will give us what? 2a plus 1a will give us 3a, and then plus 10. 3a plus 10. This is what we have as our final answer. Okay, so let's move to number 2. Solution. What do we have here? This will give us 4a minus bracket 3 minus a. 4a minus bracket 3 minus a. This will be equal to what? Now, let's look at this. Is 4a multiplying this bracket? No. That is where most of the confusion comes in. And okay, I just think for this initial time till we understand better. Now, 4a is not multiplying. If 4a was to multiply, we'll be having something like 4a bracket 3 minus a. This is a case where 4a will multiply, but this is not what we have. So what is multiplying that bracket there is minus. So minus is what is multiplying the bracket. And are we going to get? This will give us, so 4a will wait, and then minus will multiply. So minus here multiplying with the bracket. The minus has to multiply everything inside the bracket. It has to multiply plus 3 and also multiply minus a. So minus times plus 3, that will give us minus 3. And then minus times minus a, minus times minus a, minus times minus will give us plus a. Now, let's see, this is a case where we collect like terms. Collecting like terms means just bring the like terms together. If you check, 4a and a are like terms, so but they are not together, so we need to pack them together. And how do we do that? This will give us 4a. Now, what sign does this A carry? This A carries plus. So as you are moving the A, you move it with its sign. So this will give us 4a plus A, and then 3 carries minus. So we now have minus 3. So it's just rearranging it so that you keep the like terms together. And that will give us what? 4a plus A means 4a plus 1a, and that will give us 5a minus 3. So that is what we'll be having for number 2. So we move to number 3. We have solution. So we have 10y minus 2 bracket 3y plus 7. What do we have here? 10y minus bracket 2, minus 2 bracket 3y plus 7. Now we need to know what is multiplying the bracket. What is multiplying the bracket is minus 2. 10y is not multiplying the bracket. So 10y has to wait. And then minus 2, please, it's not 2, it's minus 2 that is multiplying the bracket. So let's see, minus 2 times, this is plus, minus 2 times plus 3y. What would that give us? That will give us minus 6y. And then minus 2 times plus 7, minus 2 times plus 7, that will give us minus 14. Or give us minus 14. Now, I think the like terms are already together. 10y minus 6y. 10y minus 6y. And that will give us 4y minus 14. 4y minus 14. Okay, so we'll move to the next question. Solution. What do we have? 6 bracket 3a minus 7 minus 30. 6 bracket 3a minus 7 minus 30. What do we have here? Now, what is multiplying this bracket? See what is, you see 6 bracket. So 6 is multiplying this bracket. But will 6 multiply up to 30 minus 30? No. This is saying 6 times this bracket, and then whatsoever you get minus 30. So 6 is multiplying only this bracket, and then whatever you get when you are done clearing your bracket, you now do minus 30. You now do minus 30 to that. Okay, so let's see. So plus is here, for this plus 6 and plus 3a. So that will give us 18a. Then this is plus times minus, minus 6 times 7 is 42. and then we have minus 30, minus 30. 6 is not multiplying the minus 32. Please take note of that. And then what do we have here? Now, what are the like terms? The like terms are just these numbers, minus 42 and minus 30. These are the like terms, minus 42 and minus 30. And then what do we have? So our 18a. Please, this is not 42, this is minus 42. So minus 42 minus 30. Minus 42 minus 30, these are same signs. So that will give us, keep the sign that they carry, which is minus, and then add the numbers. That will give us 72. So this will give us minus 18a minus 72. Okay, I think this should be our last question. This should be our last question. So what do we have here? This will give us 6 bracket A minus 2B minus 3 bracket A plus B. Okay, let's see. Now, what is multiplying this bracket is 6, and what is multiplying this bracket is minus 3. We have two brackets. 6 is multiplying this bracket, and then 3 is multiplying this other bracket. So let's see. 6 times A, this is 6A, and then plus times minus, minus 6 times 2B, this will give us 12B. We are done with this bracket. So we move to the next bracket. What do we have? Minus 3. Take notice, minus 3 multiply, not just 3. Minus 3 times plus A. This will give us minus 3A. And then minus 3 times plus B. That will give us minus 3B. So what would that give us? This would be equal to 6A, 6A, 6A minus 3A, minus 3A, and then minus, we are now collecting like terms, minus 12B minus 3B. So what would that give us at the end of the day? So if we are to carefully look at it, this will give us 6A minus 3A is 3A, minus 12B minus 3B will give us minus 15B, and that becomes our answer. So we have examples here. Please do very well to pause this video. Do very well to pause the video and carefully solve the questions one after the other. Thank you for joining this class. I believe it was so helpful. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. All right, see you in our next class.